We all love adventure stories. They take us on a great quest and leave us in suspense as good battles evil. C.S. Lewis wrote The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, one of the greatest adventure stories ever written. In his story, we'd meet Peter, Susan, Edmund and Lucy and discover the battle they fought with the White Witch, the talking animals, Mr. and Mrs. Beaver and Mr. Tumnus, which they were friends with, and how they met Aslan, the great lion, king of Narnia. But do you know why C.S. Lewis wrote The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe? When C.S. Lewis was a little boy, he had an amazing imagination. He loved nothing better than reading stories and writing his own adventures. C.S. Lewis was also a Christian, and he wanted to use his stories to tell others all about the Christian faith. He made it his life's mission to adore and praise God with his writing. So, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe is more than just a fun adventure story. It tells us a little bit about God and praises him for his rescue plan for our world, which then helps us praise him. Do you remember how Edmund betrayed his family and Aslan and joined the White Witch because he thought she would make him king over Narnia? In the same way, we can treat God like that. Instead of living with him as the king and praising him, we turn our backs on his goodness. But doing things our own way doesn't work, does it? Edmund ended up in a dungeon with no food and no crown. All of the White Witch's promises turned out to be lies. Yet Aslan, the great lion, the king of Narnia, offered his life in exchange for Edmund's. Edmund didn't deserve that at all. He didn't praise Aslan as his king. In fact, he wanted to be king instead. But Aslan gave his life so that Edmund could go free. In the same way, Jesus gave up his life on the cross so that we could be saved. What amazing love for us. But there's more to the adventure. The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe doesn't end with Aslan's death. Just like Jesus, Aslan rose from the dead and lives forever as king. The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe makes a fantastic adventure story, but it comes from the bigger and true story of God's plan to save us. C.S. Lewis used his imagination, his writing, his stories to point to God's better story and to praise him as the king who rescues us, because Jesus is the king who deserves all our praise and who reigns forever, and because God's rescue plan is the greatest story, the greatest adventure ever.